security screener at Logan Airport. And it was pre-TSA days. It was a minimum wage job and came with no benefits, but it fit my school schedule. I was assigned to the checkpoint at a brand new airline in Piedmont, and within a month, Piedmont's passenger loads had been looking for part-time help. I was in the right place at the right time, and so began nearly 6 years of working the ramp at the airport, alternating part-time and full-time. Piedmont paid well and came with the benefit of free flights on most airlines. I could not have paid for college or law school without that job. It was good, honest work outside in all weather. In 1983, I married a college classmate, Adele Zio, and in 1987, we moved from East Boston to Winthrop, where we still reside. We had 2 children. Anthony and I were freshmen in high school, and Renata was in the 7th grade. In December 1985, 23 years ago next week, I was sworn in as a member of the bar and began practicing. After 6 months, I went out on my own and have been practicing in East Boston since. I had the great fortune to begin my career at a time when it was possible to be a true general practitioner. As I noted in my questionnaire, I handled everything from workers' compensation cases before the IAB to Social Security appeals, automobile tort cases, zoning board of appeals, divorce litigation, and real estate closings. Oral argument in the Superior Court motion sessions was a weekly event. Back then, the de novo system was still in place, and bench trials were a free shot at discovery, so many criminal cases, which you wouldn't try today in the district court, were brought to trial there. Over the years, I think the landscape changed, and many practice areas which had been within the capabilities of a general practitioner became real specialties. Even summary process became a minefield for the uninitiated. My chosen practice areas then were really chosen for me. I got rid of everything except my core practice areas, and those are the things that my neighborhood clients needed most. Their buy or sell a home, have landlord-tenant troubles, or some family member would have to brush with the law. I stayed on as a Suffolk County bar advocate until the caseload got so high that it seemed to me it became difficult to fairly serve all clients. In 2004, my partner and I followed our clients north and opened a second office up in Danvers. Today, I'm likely to represent a defendant in an OUI case one week and the next defend a case brought by a commercial landlord against a former tenant in a civil jury trial for money damages. I still handle nearly every type of matter which the district and municipal courts deal with: criminal and regular civil docket matters, abuse prevention orders, clerk's hearings, summary process cases, civil motor vehicle, probation violation hearings. Outside of the practice of law, I went through selectmen on our from the court one day. Bob Noonan invited me to join a committee studying the form of town government with an eye towards redrafting the charter. That committee served as legislative invitation to join the town's personnel board, on which I served for several years. The personnel board was the town's hearing board for employee grievances and was kept busy with a steady stream of cases. And later, when Mass Board agreed to pay for renovations to the town's largest park, I was appointed to co-chair the Ingleside Park Study Committee. We commissioned the design of the park, worked with the architects, and ultimately presented the town the most densely populated town in Massachusetts, with a vibrant multi-use green space. That public service, many nights and countless hours, was rewarding and enjoyable. In 2003, I was appointed to the Commissioner of the Judicial Nominating Commission, and I served on that body until February 2006 when I resigned. Serving on the JNC was sometimes a part-time job, part-time career, and it was among the most rewarding of the judges which I've had the honor to involve. I believe in public service and admire those judges who find time to serve on faculty to CLE panels, to the bar associations, or MCLE. They do a service to the bar and to the public, and if I'm fortunate enough to be granted with consent, I would hope and expect to participate in such programs. I have enjoyed tremendously the practice of law, but what I love most about it is helping people, making a difference in their lives. And I appreciate that the district and municipal court judges get to do that all day, every day. Make a difference in the lives of those who come before the court, make a difference in the community. I would be honored beyond my ability to express where I am trusted with that responsibility. I have had the great fortune over the years to practice before some of the greatest judges in the area, indeed in the Commonwealth. The series of presiding judges in Boston, Judges Carino, Colicchio, and Russo, all made me a better lawyer and held all who appeared before them to a high standard of civility, preparedness, and skill. For the last half dozen years, all of us who practice in the East Boston Court have had the privilege of appearing before Judge Mahoney, who is such a gold standard for district and municipal court judges. I have learned so much about the law from those justices and even more about what makes a great trial court judge. The elegance, the calm, and the solemn temperament, the knowledge of the law and rules of evidence, and most importantly, that wisdom and empathy for the human condition is what I hope to emulate, and it confirms what I hope to bring to any court in which I may serve. I hope that you find me worthy of your vote, and I'm happy to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you.
Thank you, Council.
Councilor Mallon, you go to me.
Thank you. I just noticed your business address. My late aunt was on that administrator about 40 years ago in East Boston. You've been in private practice, you
neither one were at my, they had bifurcated JMC the night I went for an interview. So neither of them were in the room, yeah.
So, I don't have really too much, to ask you. It's pretty, straightforward. You were on the study committee in Winthrop. That's interesting. Did you advocate for that change?
For the town charter change, we didn't, we weren't successful, but I did, yes. Subsequently, the town did elect by,
What they have now, you advocated?
this was years ago. The committee that I was on advocated very much the same thing with the town manager instead of, Winthrop had, they elected a tree warden in Winthrop. Everybody got elected.
I testified over there. I told them it's a mistake.
Well,
Yeah.
it
is a big mistake.
the plan that we came up with was the town administrator, which would not have had the sort of
Well, that would be great.
executive power.
You have selectmen and you have
And
someone
town
who's
administrator.
business.
That's
Right.
right.
That's democracy. Yeah.
That was called the Bangs plan. The committee that I was on was the
Yeah.
Bangs committee, and
Yeah.
the proposal was a town administrator who worked for the board of selectmen, was a full-time employee.
Right.
What they've gone to now is the town manager, who is in essence the mayor
And
in many ways.
yeah, but
This is a different thing entirely.
yeah, but what it is that the people of Winthrop used to vote for their selectmen, and now the council